Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new to me, my name is Lori Cooch, and I am a Creative Memories advisor. And I make videos to show different products and different projects. So today, we're going to be using the new Cascade spacers. And if you haven't played with these yet, they're so much fun. And I've already done a page using the Cascade layout, but I want to do another one kind of changing things up a little bit. So if you haven't watched that, I'll put a link to that one below, and you'll have this one as well. So with this, there is a QR code on the back, and that will get you to the project playbook. That'll give you templates on how to use these and how to know how many you want to space. So let's open these up. You get quite a few, and they're labeled A through H, and they're all different widths. So you'll see they have different widths. Now I'm going to use 4 of the peekaboo pockets. So that means I need to use G. Okay, and that says it's a 2-inch, right up here, a 2-inch separation between the peekaboo pockets. So that's very helpful in how we're going to lay out our peekaboo pockets. And it also comes with, and I haven't even opened this yet, a little, well, let's see if I can open it. A little binder, not a binder clip, opening clip, so you can put them all together. At the bottom, they have holes, so you can keep them together and not lose any. So that's good to have. So for now, though, I'm just going to stick all these that I'm not going to use back in the bag and put this little ring back in there as well. Yeah. Oh, so if you're here, I wanted to remind you to, 1, click the subscribe button so you'll always get notified each time I post a new video. And 2, if you're not an advisor and you think that's something you might want to do, hit me up with a message. I will answer any questions you have, or click the join button on my website, which I will also link below. And that will answer you a whole bunch of questions, give you all the info. It is $49 to join. You get $50 in product credit to use right away. There is a free gift, and right now that free gift is a Rainbow Dots large pod, and that's the only way you can get that pod is you can get the large pod, but you can't get the Rainbow Dots one without joining as an advisor. And it's the beginning of the year, and our incentive trip is the Dominican Republic. So come with me. Let's go. Oh, and there's no minimums. No monthly, quarterly, annual, nothing. No minimums. You never have to place an order because you have to, only when you want to. So if you have any questions, like I said, hit me up, and I will answer all those for you. But getting back to my project, if you've been following me or come to my crops, you know I became a grandma for the first time in January, and our little pumpkin is, love him so much. Can't even put into words. But so I'm making a page for his album, and I can't show you any pictures of him because requesting mommy's wishes that no pictures are going online, but I have a picture of mommy and daddy that we're going to be working with today. And so yeah, let's go to the overhead camera and get started. Okay, so here we are with the page I am going to use. This is my daughter and her husband, pre-baby. Let me make sure you can see this just fine. Yep, you can. Had an issue with my camera mount between when I just turned it off and now, so I had to adjust everything. Okay, so here are the peekaboo pockets. Now, full disclosure, I'm still using Close to My Heart stash because yes, I was a Close to My Heart consultant prior, but the Creative Memory ones are just the same, except for maybe one little thing that I'm going to show you. So if I put this down at the 0, and then our next one would go at 2 inches. So if I put that down at 2 inches, and these are 6 by 12, by the way. I don't know if you can see this, but the one underneath has a little bit longer, has like a 1/4 of an inch that would cover up something behind it, if that makes sense. So we need to remember that when we're cutting this, because we're going to cut that to account for that 1/4 inch. So we would then cut this instead of 2 inches, 1 3/4 inches, and that will make sense in just a moment. Now here's my next issue. This is the baby album, and I am only up to the engagement photos. I still have a wedding and baby shower to put in here, so I'm not really sure if it's going to be a left side page or a right side page. So I'm going to just make it as a left side page and then make that work, because that's what I have to do. So bear with me. And then also, full disclosure, I'm still using close to my heart sleeves for the Creative Memory albums, and that's okay. This will work. Do not get confused. If you are using just a regular page and page protector, you will start on your page, okay, and then put your page protector on and build onto the page protector. If you're using Creative Memories top loading sleeves, it will be exactly what I'm going to show you with this. So while I do that, let's grab, for the sake of this video, I may change this later. I'm going to grab a piece of baby blue cardstock to go in my page. So if you were on a regular page for Creative Memories, you would put your paper down on your page, put your page protector on, and then build on top of the page protector. I'm putting my page in, and then I can easily remove it to add embellishments later after I decorate the whole page. And then I will be building on top of the page protector, just like if you were using top loading pages from Creative Memories or your regular page protector. Okay, here's the scary part. We're going to cut our page. I know, it'll be okay. So, because I know that this is a 6 by 12 page protector, I'm going to cut this page at 6 inches. It'll be okay. I'm going to cut just right down the middle of it. And that was, when I built this page, I on purpose didn't make it too thick because I didn't want to make it so that it couldn't go through. And I'm trying to not hit my camera mount when I'm doing this. Okay. Sorry, Caden, we're cutting right through your face. And I didn't quite get all the way through, but it will be okay. I should have checked it before I removed it, and I didn't. So learn from my mistakes. I cannot go back and redo. But what I am going to do is find somewhere. I have a blade. And I can see the cut line. And I'm just going to finish cutting this. I should have absolutely gone through it a couple of times, and I didn't. My fault, my mistake. Don't be me. Okay, there we go. Phew. Okay, so I'm going to set that one aside. And I'm going to put this in our page, in our pocket. You guys know with my videos, I make mistakes all the time, and you just go with it. There's no reason not to. Oh, I was going to tell you a couple things. I was using the Hello Baby kit paper pack, and then I used the little teddy bear border maker to make this at the bottom, and I cut it on the blue variegated paper from the Welcome or Hello Baby something, Welcome Baby paper pack. And then I also punched it on a piece of the cardstock just to give it a little bit more thickness. So I like the thickness of things. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do, and a little trick that I like to do, is I like to take my repositionable tape and put it on the back of this flap. We can remove it, but just so that it lays down. Well, it's not going to. Did I not get any on there? I didn't get any on there. Okay, never mind. Try this one. Nope, it won't stay on there. So never mind me. I just like to tack that down a little bit so that it's easier to put this down. It's not working for me today. So just remove this backing. And it's stuck to my fingers. And I'm going to turn this for my vision. And then you're just going to put it right on the edge of your page. I don't have it lined up right. So we're going to take it off and put it back on. Okay, so there's our first flap. So now I can come back in and put pictures on this side. Okay, you with me? And because the next flap is also going to be a 6 by 12, and we know we need to space it 2 inches away, right? So we have our spacer. Open this up, and then you just line it up on here. It's like a little T-square. And I'm using my ruler down here as well. And then you just put the next one down. I am out of it today. And this is where I like to have it tacked down so that it's easier to make sure I don't place it wrong. But I'm just going to fold it over and keep my hair out of it. So we're just going to put that down, make sure it's straight. It wasn't at the bottom. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is actually not this hard. I try to use my knuckle to hold that down. And I'm just making sure it's lined up with the bottom of my page here. And then lay it down. So now we know we have our 2-inch gap here. So this is what I was talking about when this closes. We don't have a full 2 inches here, right? And so what I want is for this to show. And you know what? It's going to. So we're going to cut this at 2 inches, and I'm going to cut it correctly. So forget everything else I said earlier. It will still show see through. And it cut through this time. And while I'm here, I may as well cut these ones as well because they're also going to be at 2 inches. Okay. Ooh, that wasn't what I wanted to have happen. So we're going to have to measure that, put that back. I did not press it down very well with my tape, but that's okay. We can. It's fixable. It's all fixable. And what likely happened is there was probably the majority of the adhesive on that side and not this side. But I think we're okay now. Okay, set those aside. So now I can't just put this in here because there's here, right? So I'm going to grab a piece of paper. And so this is what I used to cut the bears with. So now I think I'm going to use this side and I'm going to cut this at the 6 inches. And you need the full, I want to use this side because I use the side on the border maker and it's not a flat edge. You need the full 6 inches in there. Okay, so now I'm going to just put this down right on the edge. And now this will go here like this. So we're going to slide that in. Again, pictures on this side. And you can put these in before you put your pockets down, whatever you want to do. So now see, oh, I don't have it lined up perfect. And that's an issue for me. So, yeah, we're just going to adjust it. So this is going to go there like this, and I want this. See, this in retrospect should have worked. This is why I use repositionable tape runner, so we can move things. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in here. Put this back in here. And then I'm going to kind of slide this in here. I'm not pushing it down on anything. And then I will adjust it before I push it down. That is pretty good. Still have a little thing here that I don't like. I don't know why. So we're going to actually need to move this a little bit. I want this line to be straight, so yep, that's better. And here's my problem. So this is why, you know, it's all fun. If I put this underneath it, it's not going to show, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take it out again. I don't know why that didn't line up. I must have put something in wrong. And we're just going to trim it off. It will work out fine. I want this to be able to show through to the picture behind it. So I need to add some more adhesive on this. Yeah, I need more adhesive. Give me a second. That's minor. Okay. Better. So now we're going to stick this one in here. And it will all work. Everything will be fine. This is scrapbooking, guys. Nothing ever goes perfect, no matter how hard you try, at least in my world. See? Still didn't. Oh, because I pushed it in too far. That's why. I need that 1/4 inch little space in there. There. See? It worked. Anything is fixable. So now, then we go to the next one. I've actually got to put more adhesive on here, I believe, as well. Make sure this is still going to be lined up. And it is. So now we need another piece of paper. So I'm just going to go back to my, what is this paper pack called? Welcome Baby. And I'm going to find one that will work. So we're going to go with this little wood grain one. And on the back side of it is bunnies. And we'll use this for both of the next two. So we're going to go ahead and cut this in 6 inches. So that should work for both of our flip flaps. Nope. Peekaboo pockets. So again, we're going to fold that over. And we're going to put our measuring stick in there. And it may just be off because I am using close to my heart ones and not the actual Creative Memory ones. That could be the whole issue, but this is what I had out on my desk, and so that's what I grabbed. But you can see how easy it is to adjust and fix it if it is a problem. So you just have this snug up here. I try to hold this down with my knuckle without moving it, which I just did. And then just line it up on your page. Maybe I should have had a little bit more coffee. Okay. And while we're here, we may as well do the other one. So your flip-flaps or peekaboo pockets are coming to the middle of your 12-inch page. And then they will line up on the edge. And there you go. So now that those are in place, it will just make our assembly that much faster. So I can come in and I can put things in here, and so on. And so now this one, again, I'm afraid if I line this up exactly, and we can test this by just doing this, right? Line that up there. So we know then that this is going to come all the way out to here. I just want to see where we're at. So we're going to have that gap again. So I'm going to move it in like, this is not the one I wanted. I'm going to move this in that 1/4 of an inch. Just going to kind of eyeball where that is using my mat down here. And then if we trim it, we trim it. You guys, I just got totally lucky because I did not look and make sure my bunnies were going the right direction. Shoot. Oh, look, we did it perfect. So now I just need to trim off that little edge there so that we'll see the next one through. And you could use your straight trimmer for this, but my scissors are fine. I think this is going to be a fun addition to the album because it doesn't make your album super thick. So you end up getting a bunch of pictures on one page of your album. The last one I did was a Halloween one, and it was like 21 pictures on one page. So it worked out really well. And so I need to move this back a little bit. And what I will do once I get the pictures in here, it will stay. So there we go. So far, so good. I'm so excited. This is so super cute. So this one we have the wood. This side will have bunnies. So then when it's open, we have bunnies and bunnies. Okay. And this one, I will also come in that 1/4 of an inch. And this one we won't have to trim because it's the end of the page. We're not wanting anything to see through that. So it should just line up perfectly. Oh, I'm off. I shouldn't have gone the 1/4 of an inch on this one. Look, it maybe I went in too far. I thought it was going to be easy, guys. Nothing goes easy. Try it there. Okay, there we go. So there's our one page that we have cut. I do need to adjust this one just a smidgen to make our cascading page. And so if you can't read these, it says, we made a wish and you came true. This says, hello, baby. And this one says, you are our greatest adventure. So then in here, on these pages, I will add some, probably some Cricut cut designs down in here. Put some photos here and here. So on in here. And then we have this page here, which is basically another 12-inch page. So I will put the pictures from his delivery inside here. And then, yeah, that will be the layout. And it's not thick. It's not heavy. It's not thick. And it's just a fun way. It's kind of like pockets. And if you have the tab punch, or you could even make little tabs and to put up here to draw people's eyes so they know to flip it. Most of them do. I mean, they pretty much can see that there's something there to flip. But if not, like this last one's kind of difficult to see, but that is it. These are the cascading pages. I hope you like them as much as I do. They come in multiple sizes, you know, your standard, your 4x6s, and I don't know all the sizes off the top of my head. You have your 4x6, and I don't know. You can go to the website. I'll put a link to it right below. 6x12 seems to be the ones I use the most. And if you like this project, please click the subscribe. I would be honored if you would do that. And I would love to show you the pictures I plan on putting in here, but I can't. I have to respect Mommy and Daddy's wishes and not... I can't even post him on my Facebook page, guys. And I want to share him with the world because I love him so much. But respecting them, and that's perfectly fine. So that's it. I hope you like this. I hope you like the idea of it. Sorry I had a little bit of lining up issues, but you saw how easy that was to overcome. And like this has moved a little bit since I have set it in there. So what I will end up doing is sticking something in there sticky to hold it in place once I get the additional photos in there so they don't move around any longer. And then it will be set. Questions, just comment below, give me your thoughts, and thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful evening.